Wait, you're
I'm not in that yet.
You're 50% off?
I am. I'm Coach Sasabi and 50% off. They're my ostriches! There was a 50% off panel yesterday that I crashed and they had a plush ostrich and I took it. This is my ostrich! Over there. Yes.
Are you going to pour beer in my Xbox 360?
What? What did you say? Oh, pour beer in the Xbox 360. I'm going to pour beer in his Xbox 360. No, I will not be doing that. Because I'd like to trade it in for something like for my PS4, maybe. I don't know. I love video games. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I don't know if you can tell I'm wearing that. You can't tell right now because I have the shirt on underneath there. I just saw the Zelda Wii U footage that they showed off the other day. It looks amazing. Not Hyrule Warriors, Zelda Wii U. They showed the open world stuff. It looks really cool. And I'm excited for Majora's Mask for the 3DS. That's my favorite Zelda. Santa Sasuke, is that? Ho, ho, ho. I'm spreading season's greetings. What's that? Do the whole One Piece rap. I don't know the... You know what, I'll look up the lyrics. One Piece rap, okay. Which character should I do this as? Shanks is just my voice. Tristan? Naruto, I like the idea of doing it as Naruto. One Piece rap. One of the greatest pieces of musical... I can't even say that with a straight face. Oh, it's also known as the Gum Gum rap. Here we go. Yo, dreaming, don't give it up, Luffy, dreaming, don't give it up, Solo, dreaming, don't give it up, Nami, dreaming, don't give it up, give it up. Here's how the story goes, we found out by the treasure in the Grand Line, there's no doubt, the pirates whose eyes is on it, he'll sing, I'll be king of the pirates, I'm gonna be king, yayo. His name is Naruto. That's Naruto. That's Naruto Uzumaki, gonna be third Hokage. He's made of rubber. No, I'm not. There we go. It's about as good as the original. Dave again.
Do you read and/or like Homestuck?
Do I read and/or like Homestuck? I have read up to Act 4 of Homestuck, and I like what I read. I actually have a game I like to play, which is count how long it takes to see your first Homestuck cosplay at a convention. And I went to Finland, and I was going to play this game, and I was there with Kaizeneko and Moscow X, and I was like, hey guys, we should play the Homestuck game and see how long it takes us to see a cosplayer. And they looked at me and were like, in Finland, there's not going to be any Homestucks, don't be ridiculous, we're too far away from the source of the plague. But we were driving towards the convention center. We were 5 blocks away from the convention center, and I see 2 orange horns in the distance, and I'm like, oh jeez. 0 seconds is how long it took to see the first Homestuck cosplayer in Finland.
What cosplayer was it?
I don't know. It was a troll of some sort, I don't remember. Over there with the grey hoodie.
2 questions for my friend's new shot.
Oh.
First question, what's your favorite Naruto spoof moment?
What's my favorite Naruto spoof moment? I don't know if you saw the newest episode, but there's a scene where Naruto pees in a child's face for about 30 seconds. While dramatic music is playing in the background. And it's a very touching scene, I'm very proud of it. It's one of my favorite things ever. Again, but aside from that, I'm very fond of the line, I can't stop pooping! I'm very mature. What was your second question?
The second question was, he wanted you to sing all about that face in any voice you could. I recommend face voice.
David? What rhymes with bass that's Yu-Gi-Oh related? Face. They're all faces in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm all about that face, not that face. No. Face down. I'm all about that face stuff. All about that face down. No. What? I know it's treble, but what would the Yu-Gi-Oh equivalent?
Trap card!
I'm all about that face down. All about that face down. No trap card. Every inch of your deck is perfect, from the bottom card to the top. Did my best. I don't know the song well enough, unfortunately. With the Turtle Power shirt.
What's your favorite Maximilian Pegasus line?
My favorite Maximilian Pegasus line. Oh, I'm not going to say the stuff from yesterday. Thank you. Pegasus. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with the character, but my favorite line would be something along the lines of Kuriboh. I actually, one of my favorite moments for Pegasus in the Abridged series, and it was one of my friends' favorite moment, was when he's looking down, and it's the episode where he first talks about Spice Girls, and he's looking down out of the balcony, he's got this evil grin on his face, he's like, next is soon, cowboy, I'm going to spice up your life. And I'm like, how did he make that sound so threatening? I was very proud of that. But yeah, he's a fun character. Very underrated villain. Right there.
Sorry if I'm missing out a little bit of history, but where's Big Kuriboh? What's up with the little guy?
Where's Big Kuriboh? Well, I am Big Kuriboh now. I've spent 8 years training to be Big Kuriboh. I don't know if that makes me any more effective as a duel monster, though. I'm just a larger version of that card. I actually, the first convention panel I ever did, and it blew my mind. Somebody made a Kuriboh costume, like a full size, like they had like a furry character from like a Disney park or something. And he was walking around in this costume and climbing upstairs to get to my panel. And then he came into the room so late because the costume was so bulky. The seats had all been filled, so he had to just stand there and stare at me the whole time. And Kuriboh has these giant, terrifying eyeballs, and he's just so like... anybody have any questions? Yeah, that was one of my favorite conventions. Kuriboh's fun. I have a Kuriboh card. I'm shameless plug. I have a table in the exhibit hall just down the corridor, and I'm selling Kuriboh cards that have me on them. But I want to do an evolved version that's like winged Kuriboh, but it's just me with wings. Maybe a Red Bull can as well. Somebody who has an answer question. Yes, sir.
Who voices Gilligan?
Who voices Gilligan? My wife. So, funnily enough, I showed the episode where Naruto pees in Gilligan's face at a panel at Otakon, and Jessie Nowacking, the voice of Final Scratch, she turned to me afterwards and said, "You peed on your wife." And I was like, oh god, I did. It was a great moment. Luigi!
Why did you make Kakashi David Bowie?
The question is, why did I make Kakashi not David Bowie? It's a good question. I always wanted to put David Bowie in one of my things, like a TV show or in a book or something like that. And the opportunity arose when Kakashi showed up, and I didn't know what to do with him, but I was like, he's an attractive man, he has 2 different colored eyes, he's got a mask, so you can't really tell what he really looks like. What if he was David Bowie in disguise? And then I decided that, everybody knows he's David Bowie, but he's adamantly denying it the whole time. So that's the joke, is that he tells people he's not David Bowie. It's a very polarizing joke, and not everybody likes it, but I'm a huge fan. I like that joke. And it gives me the opportunity to sing lots of David Bowie songs, which is always good. Anyhow, can I sing a David Bowie song? What? In Kakashi's voice. Okay. Which I did the Dance Magic Dance earlier as Jack Alice. Which? Okay, Under Pressure. I have my version of Under Pressure. Okay. Ninjas being trained by me. If you want to pass, you'll listen well. I'm training ninjas to work together now. Put your grudges aside and grab these little bells. Oh, David Bowie. David Bowie. David Bowie. David Bowie. Someone said my son. It's the terror of knowing that these guys have no class. Watching a ninja scream, that's my ass! It goes on like that. Can we have about 5 minutes? 5 minutes? Okay. We have time for a few more questions. And if you need anything from me, I'll be again in the exhibit hall for the rest of the day till 6 o'clock. Happy to sign anything, take pictures, all for free. Happy to